Good night, Jamie Montez. How are you today?
Good, me lady. How are
You're
you?
you're always good. There's never a problem.
I do. So here's the deal. If I let you know how problematic my day to day was, it would just ruin a lot of things.
We'll just ruin the episode.
It would ruin the episode.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's just not. Okay, good is
I
fine with
know.
me.
I'm doing the best I can do. Nothing is happening that is bad.
Nothing at all.
Nothing
Every-
at all. Everything is good.
Yep, I believe you.
Yeah, just fucking living it.
Yeah. uh, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm good too. Tired, busy, grateful for every single day that I'm alive.
yeah. I'm grateful too. I'm grateful to, be here on this earth.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that like I'm being haunted, other than that, I'm doing great. Tip top. Hi, I'm Jamie Montez, and I'm a scientist.
And I'm Rebecca Knox, and I'm an actress and filmmaker. And we are
Slice
Me
Nice.
My fact of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
So, considering we're going to be focusing on Icelandic witchcraft and warlocks, like
Okay.
facts, sort of, I'm going to give you a fact about the population of Iceland. 54.4% of the population believe that fairies, elves, and trolls exist.
That is a really good fact. I like that.
I
I
love
buy
that.
it.
I buy
I
it too.
love it.
If I was living there, I would be part of that. And I would be the one building the cute little houses and being like,
They have a lot of houses that they build on
huh?
those little like
Yeah,
grass
so cute.
things.
I love it.
I love it too. Well, mine is not on mine. I guess mine is a mine's a cool one.
Let's hear it.
All right. Did you know that every hydrogen atom in your body is likely to be 13.5 billion years old? Because I guess they
Because
were
you're made from
created,
stardust.
was created when the universe was born.
Uh-huh.
So that's my fact. 13.5 billion years
Yeah.
old.
We're
Hydrogen atoms in me and you.
we're just recycled over
Yeah.
and over again.
Why do people have like PTSD? I feel like out of nowhere and anxiety. I wonder where it's rooted from.
Because
Hydrogen atoms. Yeah.
Hydrogen atoms. That's a good fact. I like it. Like when people talk about being, made of stardust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, it's hydrogen atom. There we go.
All
Here
right,
he,
now
here he.
hear ye, hear ye. So today we're going to be talking about the history of warlocks in Iceland. In Iceland, I don't know why this was Jamie's choice. You will find out later why, because this is a very Jamie thing. But it's, if you ever were curious about the history of warlocks and magic and paganism in Iceland, here you are. So let's just kick it off. It is believed that Viking explorers brought shamanistic witchcraft to Iceland when they settled in 874 AD. What does that stand for, Jamie? AD.
After demolition, BC is before construction.
Yeah. Yes. So if you didn't know, now you do.
Didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, if you want to pass class.
If you want to pass anything, that's just
Like
anytime.
us.
Anytime.
Okay, anyway.
Moving forward.
By the 17th century, spells had come to commonly consist of staves, or magic spells written in runic texts, which is important. You'll know why later. Which were bound into a book called the Grimoire. Love that spooky sounding.
I love that. I love the name of that.
I do too. It's like magical. Anyway, most were meant to make hard life easier by ensuring fertile farms, animals, fine weather, bountiful harvest, just, innocent stuff.
Yep. So the more this was practiced, the more it was looked at as bad. So in the 17th century, over 200 people were charged with witchcraft and burned. This was called the Age of Fire. Wonder why. And fun fact, most were men and rarely women. And here we come to my favorite part. So one of the most famous involves the volcano called Hekla. It's the most active in the country, which has erupted more than 20 times since Iceland was settled. It was believed that it was a gateway to hell. A place where the witches, these women that were very in a smaller group, summoned the devil.
Or they tried.
Yeah. But that's where they would go. Naturally, that's where I go.
So if any of our listeners, is curious about checking out a possible gateway to hell, here's a shortcut.
Absolutely. It's just...
And now you know why Jamie likes this fact.
Yeah. Hopefully, when you jump in, you stay in and you don't get blown out.
But if you get blown out, please come on our show and tell us more.
Yeah.
So, just because I think it's important for all of our listeners to know what a warlock looks like, just did a little
absolutely.
Just a little handy dandy Google search. This is what came up. And this is the folklore. Warlocks look completely human, like witches, but due to being part demon, they may also possess demonic traits like inhuman strength, the ability to adapt to any situation. So motherfucking manipulators. Speed, like they're fast, and an almost perfect appearance. I don't know about the last one. I feel like I've met plenty of demonic warlocks who aren't pretty.
You know what? Yeah. So in a perfect world, they are beautiful, right? but I think the ones that we meet,
they're lower class, lower level.
They're lower level. They're like a B, and we have not met the A.
No, we need to meet the leaders.
But I definitely...
Or not.
I think that I would probably be like, okay, yeah. Where do you want to go next? Perfect. That sounds great to me. Oh, really? Perfect.
See you, Rebecca.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
I'm leaving.
I'm going to go and do this for a little bit. I don't care. Just whispers of lies in my mouth, and I'm yours, baby.
Yeah.
I've met a warlock. I've met many. So have you.
I don't know if I know which ones were and which ones were just assholes.
It's a fine line, I think.
All
but I
just bad?
No, I was just going to say, I shouldn't have said that, because I do believe that there are just witches.
There's good and
really
evil.
Good ones. Yeah.
There's a
Absolutely.
balance.
There is a balance, a yin and a yang.
Yin, yang, hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Anyway, on that note, I think we gave the bare minimum facts like we are expected to do. We're giving you what you came for, which is the bare minimum. So on that.
You came for the bare minimum and facts.
And we deliver. So
pointless facts.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring our guest.
We're gonna bring our guest Sharon, who has a really, really scary, true story of an encounter with a warlock.
And hexes.
Grimoires, music, dancing, art. just throwing everything out there.
Yeah.
So
So she just submitted herself, and she's just putting herself out there. So everyone listen with open ears and open hearts.
do the 5 W's: when, where, what, how, who. When, what, where, when, who. I live by that, by the way, guys. So go ahead and pick it up if you want to. You've learned not 1, 2, 3 things, but no, the 5 W's. Cut it.
See ya never.
Enjoy Sharon 666.
Hello, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining us today. And
You're welcome. Hi. Thank you for having me.
So Sharon, we posted a ad for people who wanted to share stories, and our topic matched Sharon's experience. So Sharon reached out and we decided to have her on the show. So once again, thank you for being a part of the show and telling us your experience with a warlock.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks so much. This is really scary kind of, but I feel like it needs to come out there. It needs to be out. So, okay, I'll start from the beginning. In my early 20s, I was dating this guy who was very nice and a little strange, but nothing alarming. And we dated for like 6 months, and I started noticing little things about him. He had some strange books and he listened to some strange music, and he would meditate a lot and chant sometimes. Jamie, you gotta keep it together.
Sorry. Okay.
And so I never really thought it was, too unusual. He had some books on demons, demonology, and I asked him about it, but he was just kind of like, oh, it's kind of interesting to me. So we dated for like 6 months, and we got pretty close, and he seemed totally normal. And then I wasn't really feeling it anymore. We lived in separate towns, and so I casually broke it off with him, and I didn't think it was like a big deal. He didn't take it specifically super hard, and I kind of forgot about him for a while. And I got a letter about 3 months later in the mail, and so did my 2 roommates who he became friends with. And they were not in English. They were like symbols. They were all kinds of strange symbols. And he also sent a few pieces of hair and some artifacts. And I just thought, he's just being kind of coy, or he's just kind of being kind of a weird guy, and because he's a little strange. And so I thought they were kind of cool symbols. So I kept them in a drawer, and so did my friends. And then very slowly, that's when the nightmare started.
Wow. Okay, so what do you mean by artifacts? What kind of artifacts? I'm so interested. I'm scooting in.
Just like weird, like honestly, it kind of like True Detective shit, like weird sticks with twine on them, and like it just strange things. But like I thought it was just kind of like a little art project or a craft or something that he was like, oh, this is cute, because he was an artist. So I just like put him in a drawer and forgot about him. And then that is when things started really strange happening that were really strange around our house. Something really, really awful happened to me. A man broke into our house and attacked me. And that same month, my roommate that also got this weird mail, her sister almost died in a car accident. It was like a week after we had just gotten, attacked by this guy that broke into our house. And then my other friend, a roommate, her dog like died a week later.
Oh my God.
How many of you were living in this house?
There was 3 of us.
So all 3 of you had crazy experiences.
Yeah, within a month, we all had like super, super, and crazy, traumatic very disturbing things happened to us. And it literally continued. I mean, I just, I lost a bunch of money. My best friend, my roommate, she gained a bunch of weight, like inexplicably. My other friend, like, started having night terrors and like would wake up sweating profusely and like thinking she was getting attacked by demons. Like it just did not stop. And then I started dating this other guy who's now my husband, and he was like, "Why do you have this?" And he was talking about the letters that I totally forgot about in a drawer that I kept in my room. And I was like, "Oh, my ex-boyfriend sent it to me. I don't know. I just kind of forgot about it." And he was like, this is like satanic symbols. And my boyfriend at the time also kind of knew a little bit about the occult. He was kind of interested in it. And so he like pulled a book out about the occult and was like showing me these symbols that were on the letters. And it was like basically curses. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I could not believe it. Like, I had no idea. And so I literally just like, he was like, you have to burn these. You have to burn these right now. So I pulled my letter out and then I got my other roommates and we like burned them on, like that night we burned them. And like, it felt like something was lifting off of our chests. It seriously did. I can't even explain it. Like my friend stopped having nightmares. Everything just kind of shifted. But the reason I'm still scared is because I have friends that still know him, and he wasn't a warlock when we were dating. His girlfriend after me was a witch. She was into the occult, and people would always explain that she was kind of like not a, I guess, good witch. She was like, she used spells. She would, try to like invoke things, spirits and things. And I have a friend that said she could climb walls. Like he saw her climb a wall, and that she
like
was
scale a wall,
like scale a wall. Yeah. Like Spider-Man, like, and that she could, like they together were so electric, and I don't even, this sounds so stupid saying it, but like their powers or their like energy together was so magnetic that they couldn't even have electricity. Like they couldn't be around like microwaves. They couldn't be around because they would just like blow up. So
that's insane.
He's really, really dangerous person to me. And I don't ever want him to know where I live. I moved.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he sent me those curses, or like,
because you broke his heart, because you rejected him.
I guess, but like, dude, we all had really traumatic things happen to us.
Yeah.
So he is not a good person, and I don't know what they're doing now.
Did you believe in this stuff before, or did this kind of incite your belief in like, oh wow, this stuff actually
I mean, I knew people were into witchcraft. I knew people were like into the occult. I didn't personally know how real. I mean, I guess I just thought of it as like, more spiritual thing. I didn't know people could actually cast spells and like use their black magic. So it was
like harming people.
Right. Yeah. Like putting curses on people. So it was very scary.
I do have a couple questions. So where, you don't have to answer this, but do you when you met him, the people who were associated with him did they do anything kind of, now looking back, like did they do anything weird? Like did you notice anything out of the norm? Like
his friends?
Yeah.
They all were really into music, and I mean like not normal music, like noise music. It was just
musicians,
like chants, like
yes,
musicians.
like
I mean,
not typical music that I wouldn't buy a CD of theirs, I guess. It was just really bizarre. And they all just kind of, I don't know, not, but I thought it was cool, like it was different. It was fun. But yeah, they weren't like stereotypical people, I guess.
What do you mean
And
by
you said he
that?
was yeah.
I mean, like they weren't like jocks or bros. They were like more into the spiritual. I don't even know if they were into the spiritual. They were just kind of just different. I don't know. You asked me if they were different. They're definitely different.
They stuck out from the crowd.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
So Sharon, do you know anything about him now currently? Like, have you tried to like just see for your own self like where he is and like what he's doing?
For my own safety and protection, yes, I know
Yes.
where he lives. I mean, I don't know exactly where he lives, but but I know the region that he's in, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if what he does for a living or anything, or if he's still into the occult or anything like that. But I know I stay away from where he is. I try not to go near that city.
And ever since, you said that you burned the letters, I just want to so you said that they were in different languages, in a different language?
They were symbols. They weren't,
They were
it wasn't a
symbols.
language. It looked literally like hieroglyphics.
Mm.
And they matched what your now current partner showed you in a book then, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
He just said this is like a cult.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he showed it to me, these are the symbols that he's writing to you. And so, yeah. And my friend that had the dreams, the night terrors, and her dog died, she said that like she would feel like somebody was in the room when she woke up every time.
Oof.
So I don't know.
Mm.
And they did not get along.
They did not get along. You want to elaborate on that? Why?
They anytime they would get drunk together, they would just like they would blow up at each other just because they're just so different, and she kind of just didn't buy his bullshit, I guess, and they just rubbed each other the wrong way, so he did not like her.
Mm. It's not funny, but it's
I'm just laughing because I could just picture it.
I can picture it. It's like, yep, you're a snake. Okay.
So question actually now. So is this your first and last encounter with a warlock, or do you have any other stories for us? Because I am now believing more than ever that this stuff works.
Thank God this is like the main encounter with a warlock that I've ever had. Have you had an encounter with a warlock?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm guessing most warlocks are not evil. They're probably just people that are interested in that, the occult and magic, but not in causing people harm, hopefully.
In music.
And making music.
I don't know, probably, but actually, yeah, probably. I don't know. It's hard to say. Nothing like that concrete.
Yeah. That is so frightening to have in the back of your mind, knowing that this person was capable of doing this and there was just no stopping the wrath, I guess. Really powerful and like really dark and scary.
Yeah.
I would be definitely scared nightly on if this person is, still trying to, I don't know, fucking send me shit.
No, I'm sure it's over. It's been a while.
How many years has it been?
Oh God, it's been at least 17 years.
17 years?
Maybe 16 years.
It still haunts you. I have one of those too, that it's just like a person who haunts you.
I saw some guy on the subway that looked like him and I almost threw up. Like
You almost jumped off the train.
Physical reaction because
oh no.
Yeah, he's just get a very bad vibe from him. I
You
don't
have
want him-
PTSD from it.
I definitely have PTSD from it.
Do you practice any witchcraft?
I don't know. Mm-mm.
Probably good. Stay safe. Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Think
after what I
clear.
experienced. Yeah, I don't.
What
about you,
said your
Jamie?
husband, do
Do
I
you?
practice witchcraft?
Yeah.
Daily. What? Okay, so you said that your husband has an occult book and like is obviously aware of all this stuff. So does he do this stuff, or what's his story?
You know, he did dabble with it. He did
Dabble.
when he was younger. Yeah, I think
Badass.
he kind of hung out in the same circles as my ex, so they all
Ooh.
kind of were really interested in it, and like, yeah, but he
Mm.
never really, you know, got that deep into it, but he definitely knew about it, and that's how he saw the symbols, knew what they were, knew how dangerous it was, and had us like immediately burn it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
He was your earth angel and he still is.
Exactly. Yes. Mhm.
Mm.
Who knows where I would be if we didn't burn those curses?
Who knows?
Truthfully, that's
You would have just
scary.
kept them in your drawer and crazy shit would have continued to happen.
Yeah, like you didn't want to like throw them out.
I totally forgot about him, honestly.
You
I just
did.
like put him in a drawer. I never, you know, junk drawer. I never like really cared. I didn't think it was anything important.
Yeah. Well, man, oh man, were you wrong?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is so insane.
Anyway,
Do you have any more questions?
no, I'm good. You just told us a really great story, and now I want to burn a candle of protection to make sure that no one's hexed me.
Yeah. Maybe just burn some sage and yeah.
I have it. I have it already. I actually think I have some in my desk right here. Probably. I'm always burning. Yep. Look.
It looks like a joint.
It does. A huge joint.
Yeah, except I don't like weed, so it's definitely not a joint. But anyway, I'm always scared that I'm hexed. So
Mm.
thank you for giving me material for nightmares tonight.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Sharon. That was really, really
Yeah.
scary.
Thank you, Sharon.
No problem.
We really appreciate you coming out and telling your story. And
Yeah.
if you have any more,
Good luck.
you know where to find us. And good luck.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
May the peace be with you.
Mm-hmm. And also with you.
Probably won't be, but living on the edge.